Why Tren? The Cancerian with the vision. A hoodie in the bucket hat is often his decision. Why high? A king from Queens, you never disrespect. The wise OG, but what else would you expect? Why Dane? The flyest and the highest of them all. You need a perfect shot, he's the one that you should call. All three combined in a little of your time. Welcome to the show and let him ease your mind.
It doesn't matter when we are or where we are because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are better than
Because we are.
Because we are.
Because we are. Because we are. Because we are.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back, Because We Are podcast, episode 137. The whole squad is back. You know what time it is, man. It's been a little bit. Excuse us for the absence, but we are here. The whole squad full of aura. You know what I'm saying? We all here. We all here and ready.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me tell y'all niggas something, man. Before I give my little update of my absence and stuff like that, I want to say I'm really happy that y'all was on top of y'all shit. That was a really entertaining pod without me. Like I tuned in for the whole thing. You know, I was there. I listened to the entire thing, and I gotta say, it's very much true. Y'all really do have like a nice vibe. I didn't appreciate how awesome it was without me. It almost makes me feel like I shouldn't be here, right? I was like, damn, like y'all sound like y'all was having a lot of fun. Is this what could be if I just didn't exist? I'm like, damn, if I cool died, podcast. If I died, I'm like, damn, this pod is just y'all be cool. Y'all be cool.
It will live on for sure.
Y'all would probably take a couple pods off, maybe like one or two, but I feel like y'all would go right back.
More days off. Yeah.
Take a break, you know, the funeral arrangements, stuff like that, you know. I definitely would want y'all to record some of the funeral and put it on Patreon. I definitely would want y'all to do that.
That's
though.
crazy.
Listen, man, I'm with it.
There's certain people that I know for sure would do it. So like, you know.
I don't want anything of my funeral anywhere else except on Patreon. You know,
for sure.
Even
that's
part
of the $1,000 episode. Yep,
yeah,
put that in there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a bomb ass episode. Let me tell you.
Yo.
That $100,000 episode, yo, there's gonna be some shit in there.
Police body cam footage from the wreck and all types of shit.
Yo, from the wreck? Why do you think I'm gonna die from drunk driving? How do you go right to that?
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Nah, it's all good.
That was projecting, not my fault.
That was a nice job. But yo, honestly though, I really did have a good time listening to that, and that was cool. So I just want to give y'all props, man. I definitely want to give y'all props in the beginning. And
well, we definitely missed you though. It's not like, you know, I think we were so high energy because it's not often that, you know, we both came to play, you know what I mean? Whereas most of the time we can lean on you for a lot of the energy. So we know that if we didn't come with it, then we were going to be missing a lot, you know what I mean? So your presence was, I mean, you got your big shoes to fill, honestly. So we only show up like that because you show up like that.
I appreciate that, man. But I would be lying if I said, damn, I wish there were more pods like that. I'm like, damn, I should just
get the fuck on. Let me just get the fuck on.
Like, them niggas turned up. It was having a good time. But then, you know, I feel like listening to that right before the cruise really activated me, because you really made me question if I have aura or not. You know, like that was like a real wake up call for me. I was like, damn, I need to really get on my shit or not get on my shit. I'm like, what do I need to do to present in this way? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It's not fair, man. Y'all don't ask me enough questions. I feel like I could be cooler if y'all give me the space to be cooler. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's test it out one day.
Let's start right now. How was the cruise?
The cruise was amazing, man. I gotta
See,
say
there you go, right there. Like the word amazing.
Yeah, that's not aura.
Too much.
Way too much.
Like desperate. You
it
know,
was cool.
You being that desperate. You know?
It was
exactly.
It was cool. It was cool.
Exactly.
Cruise,
you didn't really give a fuck about that shit like that.
Yeah, cruise was cool. I go on them shits a lot, so it just was regular.
There we go.
Regular type shit.
It was a boat. It was water.
It was a boat. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? We left from New York. Cool, like nice views and shit like that. Went to Bermuda. I've been to Bermuda like mad times. It was cool though. Like it was.
Yeah.
I gotta
Really
say,
went for the family.
Yeah, for the family. They always, that's what we do all the time. They always want to like see me and stuff. Like I don't see them often, so it's cool to like just.
So
go out there.
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
because I did have a question about that, and it's not about you being cool. It kind of is. Is it kind of uncool to go on vacations with your family at this point? Like with the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Because like most of the time when people post vacation pics, they with their shorty, you know what I'm saying? Or business trips, they, you know what I'm saying? They solo and stuff like that. Does it, is like, and I'm speaking from trauma. Let's be clear. I ain't had no daddy. So like, let's just be fully transparent. I don't got a whole lot of family. But if I did, and they were all planning a trip to say Puerto Rico, Jamaica, something like that, or a cruise, I'm not 100% sure I would go. I don't fuck with my whole family like that. Like so is there something like, is it kind of like, can you be cool on a vacation with your moms and your aunts and your grandmother? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you be cool in that environment?
Yeah, my grandma's dead, but yeah, I went with like most, like some of the. I didn't go with my grandma. Let's make that clear. But
Well, she was there.
Yeah, she was there in
She
spirit.
was there in spirit. Yeah.
In spirit. But my mom though. Like, I feel like if it was like just regular family, like if your family's lame, I could see how going on a cruise with them would be like a drag, right? My family's not a drag. They always have a good time. We always like, and they don't like force you to kind of do family-based things. It's really like a freestyle cruise. Everybody kind of has like free bounds to do whatever they want. Nobody's like forcing anybody to do anything. We might meet up for dinner a couple nights, but for the most part, everybody's kind of doing their own thing. And it's not like one of those things where we all got to sit together all the time, experience everything together. It's like we was all cool. Everybody was doing their own thing, which was kind of good. And like, yeah, our group was only like 8 people. And like one of those people was my cousin. So, he's my age. We kind of just went off and did our own thing most of the time. So, and like I said, everybody did their own thing. So I don't think it's like too uncool, but it could be if you're kind of only doing family friendly things.
Right.
But I will say, man, I don't know if I'm getting older or if I'm just like generally slowing down. Like this vacation felt like I was more tired on this vacation than I have been on any other vacation that I've been on. And maybe because I was working so hard before the cruise to like, because I was going to be gone for a whole week, just not working.
Yeah.
And so I had to take a couple days in the beginning to kind of just like unwind and actually get in vacation mode. But man, I had like 2 rest days on this 7-day cruise because I just couldn't. I needed a break, man. I needed some rest. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if it was just the drinking or what, but I definitely needed to slow down a little bit. It still worked out. I still had a good time, but this definitely felt like, all right, I need to just take more time to rest in general because niggas was tired for sure.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It definitely, as time passes, you do slow down. It's kind of harder to get up for all the activities and stuff. I mean, y'all know my 10 years coming up in July, and me and wifey already saying like we're probably just gonna be asleep. Like for most of it, like we're gonna go away. We're gonna go on a trip, but we're looking at like, oh well, when we go, do we want to like kayak? Do we want to do like zip lining? We're not doing none of that shit. We're not doing none of that shit. If I can't walk and find a place to sit, it's probably not happening. It's just, it's not time for that.
Yeah. When you go on hikes and stuff, you gotta sit on a rock. Like you gotta find, things like that. Or kayaking, sure. It's all sitting, but that's work. Like you just working out.
Yeah, it's work. It's mad. It's mad upper body.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm not coming here to work.
Yeah,
hell no.
Yeah, and ziplining, I've never actually ziplined in my life. Every time I
love
just
ziplining.
I think I might have a fear of heights. I don't know. I might have a fear of heights.
I have a fear of heights, but for some reason I don't have a problem ziplining. I don't know what it is. I've done it over trees. I've done it over a beach. I've done it over the water. I don't know. It's just
something to it.
I don't know. I just feel secure. Maybe it's because I see people go before me. Usually, I'm never like the first one to go. But like when we were in the Bahamas and we did that shit, that shit was a long fucking ride. And it comes to a point where you're up there for so long, you're like, all right.
It's not even exciting no more.
And then sometimes you don't reach all the way to the end, so you gotta fucking grab the fucking zip and just like fucking climb your way to the edge. Yeah, it's a nuisance sometimes.
At some point, niggas realize that shit is really just a rope. It's like not. It's like not mechanical at all. It's just a rope and wire. You know what I'm saying? And like a wheel. So it's definitely like extra dangerous if you're not thinking about it. But
and how often do they maintain it? And how often do they like check that rope? You know, probably not often.
Every day.
Probably not.
No,
every day.
What?
Every single day. You think?
If one bad incident happens, it's a wrap. They can't afford not to.
Yo, but every day is like 8,000 people. You know what I'm saying? That's still a lot of motherfuckers. If you get your car checked every 5,000 miles, y'all gotta have like a 2,000 person limit when y'all check these ropes.
Well, I don't know, 8,000 people.
And they don't replace
Steve,
it.
I don't know many places that do ziplining 8,000 people a day.
Well, yeah, I've never been ziplining, so I wouldn't know how the lines look.
Nah. Every ziplining place I've been to, it hasn't been like, unless maybe you're like going on a monument, like ziplining across the pyramids. I don't know, some shit like that. Like, like usually like there are places like you have to hike to, or places that you have to like make an appointment for. So I don't think you'll ever see over 1,000 people at one spot, honestly. Unless it's like one of those monument spots.
You know, the funny thing is I actually, I have that same thing where I'm deathly afraid of heights, but I'm not afraid of movement in height. Like if I'm already moving, if something else is scary, the heights is not scary to me. But if I'm still, I'm terrified because I hate Ferris wheels. Like I've always been afraid of Ferris wheels. But I love roller coasters. I've always been a roller coaster guy. The prospect of being at the top of that motherfucker and just like staying up there is terrifying to me. That's way worse than being on the King of Ka or some shit like that.
Would y'all ever go bungee jumping?
No, never. Ever. No bungee jumping, no skydiving. That falling effect, I do awful with it. And roller coasters I can't fall for too long before I piss myself. The Jebel Jay's flight, the world's longest zip line, anticipates accommodating approximately 200 people per day. And that's the most popular zip line in the world.
How many was that?
200.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
How would you bungee jump?
If you asked me 5 years ago, I would have said no. But I've stabilized my life to the point where like I'm mostly bored all the time. So yeah, and I realized that like when you're growing up in the trenches, you don't need shit like that. Shit is dangerous all the time. But you know, I'm out in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? Like I get promoted at work. You know what I'm saying? Like shit is pretty even.
Pizza parties on
you got more to live
sometimes.
for now. So
yeah,
fuck it.
so well with fair point. But I think it's more about controlled thrill as opposed to like actual danger. You know what I'm saying? Like I could deal with some like simulated danger now. Whereas shit was so stressful, I didn't need no extra stress, like at all. You know what I mean? So before I wouldn't have done it, but now I probably would.
I ain't bungee jumping. I ain't ziplining. I can't do a lot of that stuff. But
you know where you could start, and I think it'll be a nice, easy start for you to get over your fear of heights? Parasailing. It is, first of all, the ride out there is really exciting. I remember the one time I went parasailing, they had to like ride us out via like a banana boat. And so you're just attached to a jet ski and you're just holding on for your life. And then once you're out there, you know, there's the ascent, which is probably the most beautiful part. Then you're up there for a few minutes, and just like it is with the other shit, it's like, all right, now what?
Get me down from here.
I'm sorry, but The view now is the same view it was 10 minutes ago when I first got up here.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's start bringing it down. Parasailing is I think an easy way to start, I think. And it's fun as well, but yeah, it can get like when you're up there for too long, it's just like, all right, get me down from here.
Can you talk? Like if there's somebody with you, or is it like too loud because of the wind?
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, because I feel like going up there by yourself would be even more boring.
Oh, nigga, yeah, you're not that high.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Can you hear? Can you hear when you're on the top of a building on a windy day, nigga?
How often do you think I'm a nigga that's afraid of heights is on top of a building like that, nigga?
That's a
No,
good point.
I don't know.
Nigga,
I don't
never
go
heard a
up on
nigga
top.
call you from a 5th floor window. Can't be much worse than that.
I mean, but you have a fucking. You're not like outside on the fire escape, you know, or you're not like on top of the building. Like this
This nigga
blockage.
from New York, you never know that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, if
I don't know
was-
how niggas got on rooftops in New York, bro. I've been visiting New York for a while now, and every single time I try to go up to a rooftop, they get me. Unless it's like a rooftop bar, of course. So like there's access to it.
Yeah,
There's like no way to get
nigga.
up there, yo.
Nigga, you can. You just gotta break the rules. Like you definitely can.
You gotta
just
climb
gotta
up
go
that
where you're not supposed to go.
yeah.
No, nigga, trust me. Every hotel I go to, every time I see a nice looking building, I always look for the what's it called? The stair that has the roof access
Yeah, the
sign
roof
on it, and I
access.
keep going all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Them shits are always locked. So unless you're talking about breaking in physically like that, then yeah.
So I lived on the 8th floor, and my building was 8 stories. So there was no. So in hotels, yeah, it's only a certain staircase that goes all the way to the roof. But there's a service staircase. It's a service elevator. There's always like that infrastructure under buildings, right? I've been in a restaurant management, hotel management, bunch of stuff. There's the staircase that you go up in a hotel does not lead to the roof. But
Fucking lies.
if you like work there, chances are that's where they keep the mops and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the staircase that leads to the roof, that's where they keep the mops. But in my building, when I grew up, that shit was open all the time. The problem, you didn't want to go over there because that's where them niggas was smoking crack, or that's where niggas was getting pussy. Well, you didn't. The thing about living in the projects was everybody was always home because there was so many people, so many generations that lived in the building because it's like everybody pays like $20 rent. So somebody was always home. Your aunt was home, your cousin was home, your grandmother been retired for 25 years, so she just laying up in the bed. If you was 15, 16 years old, you couldn't bring a girl home. And chances are, if she lived in the projects, her mama was home because she ain't had no fucking job. So somebody was always home. We called it Pebble Beach. If you could literally tell a girl, y'all want to take you to the beach, and she knows what that means. It means we're going up to the roof. This is before the city was all cameraed out and stuff like that too. So this is like 2006, right? There wasn't cameras everywhere. We weren't in a fucking police state. So yeah, you could definitely get up to the roof, mess with a girl. You might have to, if you did see the crackhead up there that live, that know your moms, you might have to slide them a 5 or a 10 to like not say nothing. And they would hold that shit over your head every time they saw you, by the way.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Yeah. Miss Sharon, I ain't appreciate that.
That's like a subscription fee now. You shouldn't have gave them money. Now it's like, oh, yeah,
I got you now. I'm gonna tell your mother. I'm gonna tell your mother where I saw you.
Yeah, now it's $10.
Yeah, I ain't appreciate that shit, Miss Sharon.
Yeah. All right, I can see that. I can see that. Give it to me real quick. What's the most exciting place that y'all went to where y'all weren't supposed to be? Like y'all either broke in somewhere or y'all like traveled somewhere, like just in a building or just in a place that was obviously not for you. Where have y'all been? Somewhere that was closed, things like that.
Definitely, I was probably 14 in this girl's bathroom. That half bath that everybody has on the first floor? She had invited me over. Her parents were out. We're messing around. The parents show up. I don't have time to leave because we in Queens. There's only one exit. I had to hide in the bathroom, and she had to pretend like I had to hide in the tub with the thing closed, and she had to pretend that she was using the bathroom in order for me, so that nobody would come in the bathroom. And I was probably in there for the longest. It felt like 4 years. It might have been like 11 minutes, but it felt like 4 years because everybody needed to fucking use I guess, you know, when you come back from an event, you come home, everybody got to use the bathroom because nobody wants to blow up the bathroom at the event. So everyone's held their pee. So now because she's in the bathroom, everybody, come on now. How long you gonna take? Yeah. I'm basically shitting myself. Like it was literally terrifying. And I wasn't like a grown man. I was literally like 14 years old. Yeah. Had no business there at all. And I made it out, bro. Honestly, that summer you couldn't tell me shit.
Nothing was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like but in your head, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you're like, yeah, this is.
She was gonna get in more trouble than I was probably.
Right.
But
sure.
But it also goes in your head like all she got to do is say she didn't tell me to come, and I'm breaking and entering, and this nigga can kill me.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like he's literally legally allowed to kill me. You know what I'm saying? It was terrifying.
Yeah, she could have lined you up real quick.
Facts.
I want to say I was in 6th or 7th grade, and it was my boy's birthday. He had a little party at his crib, but it was like in the middle of the day, so you know everybody left afterwards, and you know he spent time with his family. Yeah. So while he was having dinner, well, scratch that. Before that, at the party, then we have the cake. Me and my boy, we really liked the cake. Cake was good as hell, right? So the party's over. I go over to my boy's crib. You know, he goes to have dinner with his family. And I'm like, yo, one more of that cake. So he has a really small fence in his backyard, like super small, like maybe like up to like your thigh. Yeah. So just take a big step over that. Well, first we have to break into his neighbor's backyard. Oh. Of course. Damn. So we had to, you know, sneak into their backyard, run through their backyard, and then take a little skip over that fence. So now we're in my boy's backyard.
Oh, yeah.
So I know where the cake is at because I saw where his grandmother put it. They have a refrigerator on their back porch. It's like an indoor back porch. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's like a still window there and steps to go up there and all that type of shit. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, I know the cake's in there. Let's go get it. So the back door was unopened as it always is. Remember, this is just that balcony area. You can't like get into the house. There's another door to get into the house. That one's locked, but that's not what we're going for. Sneak into that fridge, cut a couple more pieces, and then we out. She's really bad friends. Still one of my best friends to this day.
Yeah, I feel like when you go on a heist like that, yeah, that's your man's for life.
No. I'm talking about the nigga that.
That you robbed. Okay.
That you stole the cake from?
Yeah. That you robbed. Took the cake.
Nah, I don't fuck with the other nigga no more.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that nigga probably 240 pounds by now, too. What type of nigga gets the idea to go steal cake? You know what type of nigga you gotta be for that to be?
It was my idea.
Oh, I thought he told you that.
Oh, no. I wanted that cake.
Yo, you're wild, bro. You're wild.
I literally just remembered that.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got to give us one, T. This is your aura moment. You got.
Actually, I did think about that, and it's actually gonna make me have even less aura, so that's not good. But this was about high school in my complex. We had a pool and jacuzzi, shit like that.
Hey. And starting off strong.
Yeah, I love one thing about me, I love a good jacuzzi and a good pool. Yeah. So one of my like floor neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like I went to school with, I hit her up. It was about like 7, 8 o'clock, but the sun was down. And I was like, yo, let's just go to the pool. Like, let's just go. Like, the shit is closed, but let's just go to the pool, whatever. It was a nice night. Like, it was warm, shit like that. It was almost summertime. So I was like, let's just go to the pool. Let's go to the jacuzzi.
Right.
And she was like, it's closed. I'm like, let's just go. Who cares? Like, we're good.
Who cares? Ain't nobody gonna stop us, babe.
She was like, yeah. She's like, all right, we're a bet. Let's go.
You should have hit her with this is my town.
She was new to the town though. That's the crazy part. So she was new in the building and shit like that.
It would have worked.
So she's like, all right, cool, let's do it. We get changed. We go downstairs. We walk around the building because we can't go through because the doors are locked. So we have to go around and hop the fence to get to like the pool jacuzzi area. And we're climbing over the fence. I get over first. This was probably the big mistake. I climb over first, and then she has trouble getting over. She's like on the shorter side, so she has trouble getting over. And so I'm like, oh, she can't get over without me. Like, that's crazy. So I have to go back out to like get her to help her over. And as she's going over, she gets a little stuck. So now I'm like, all right, I gotta help her over. So I give her like a little nudge to like help her get unstuck. And she twists her ankle when she goes on the other side, when she falls over on the other side.
This nigga tore this bitch ACL.
She twists her ankle, and she's mad now. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, we already over here, like we can still we can still like that. This shit is open. We could just go right in.
Put your foot in the pool. It's like a little ice action.
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah.
Cool. She was not trying to
Keep
hit
the
that
swelling down.
She was tight.
Yo.
She was tight because in her
You
head,
trying to hop back over this fence again right now?
in her tight, she was getting ready to go. Like she was getting ready to just get over without my help. And so that nudge, she felt it was my fault while she twisted her ankle a little bit. So she storms off, limps off a little bit, and just goes. She goes right through the door.
Waddles off.
And just goes, and just don't even talk to me, just goes right back inside. I'm like, damn. So I ruined. So now I'm just standing there by the pool, just reflecting
Breaking the law.
Just
no action.
Yeah, no action, not at all. And I feel like our relationship wasn't the same after that. I feel like after that day, it was just like, damn, I just
beat that bitch up.
Unrecoverable fumble for sure. But
yeah, moments like that paint who you are to people, and it's unfortunate
because it's for life. It's like, damn, there's one thing. We in high school. We got all,
Yeah.
She definitely told people about that. They stopped fucking with you.
Yeah. It was definitely not the same after that. That might have been the start of my my aura decrease. I feel like I was getting somewhere, but then it just
everybody starts at like a 5. You know what I'm saying? You can go up or down.
Neutral aura, yeah.
Yeah. You start with neutral aura, and then
Hey yo,
you start with neutral aura, and then it either goes up or down throughout your life. It's about the moments. You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely.
I fucked up. Yeah, I know that was like minus 0.2. I get it. I lost some HP on that. I feel y'all. Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all couldn't even like move on past it. Like it had to we had to sit in it. So now I have to make, to show how little I care about that shit. I gotta like just bring it to the forefront, in order to.
Do we need a break, yo?
In order to get some of that.
just started. Yo, you need another water hot?
Yeah, we got it for here, big dog. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, yo, turn your camera off. Yo, mute up.
Yeah, just mute up just a little bit.
What's the score?
Just take a little break.
Y'all sick, man. Jesus.
Nah, but earn it back. So now you can rebuild your aura because you gotta, I know you had a story you wanted to tell. So please, let's.
Not even really a story, just more of a question for y'all.
Oh yeah, please.
So
I love questions. Y'all know that.
The question. I want to ask the question first. Are you willing to lie to a friend? Well, slow down.
Yeah, my fault.
Are you willing to lie to a friend that's grieving about the person that they're grieving over? Like, even if it's not harmful, is it okay to kind of fluff up the person that they're talking about if that's what they believe? Even if you know that what they believe isn't exactly true, is it okay to kind of live in that?
It's tough because those words may come back to bite you one day, right? Because clearly this person's grieving, this person meant a lot to them. Yeah. And if you're close enough to this person in proximity, you're bound to just talk how you normally talk without necessarily thinking all the way. So somewhere down the line in the future, you may slip up and say something regarding this guy, forgetting that, oh shit, I just told this nigga that I actually fucked with You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it could be ugly from there, depending on how your friend might take it. Me personally, to answer your question just straight up, yes.
Yeah,
It
you're
is.
willing to live in that, to make them feel.
If
better,
I
whatever
had
the
to
case
answer
is.
your question, yes. The answer is yes. But if I had to tell you what I would personally do, I wouldn't necessarily pump that person up as much as I would pause. I wouldn't like, put this person on a pedestal just or to make you feel better as much as I would talk about how much that person meant for you and be like, he was always a great person to you, Yeah, he always looked out for you, for you.
In your opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure y'all had great experiences together.
Yeah. Something that they're not gonna catch on because they're obviously grieving, so they might not catch on like what you're doing in the moment. Like it definitely that would probably work out a lot.
That's a good point because sometimes I don't always get the clues, right? So, and this is actually messed up. This actually can never be clipped because if this happened to come out, I would need to have been paid for it by the algorithm.
You got to knock it out the park.
Yeah, so a friend of mine lost his son, right?
Rest in peace.
And he was a good kid. He was a really good kid. He was like 15, 16 years old. And I checked on him, I gave him a call to give him my condolences and stuff. And we're close, so we're chatting, you know what I mean? And he's telling me, it's messed up. He passed away in a car accident, right? Speaking of car accidents, young drivers, right? His friend was 18. He was a passenger. It was a really like tragic thing. And they were actually coming from a basketball game because they were all on the basketball team together. And it was a really, really messed up situation. But my friend's talking to me. He's like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of like broken. And I'm like, nah, man, I feel you. It's sad. It's like, man, he has so much to live for. I'm like, yeah, I agree. Being that young is crazy. He's like, yeah, like he could have made it to the league.
Dog. What's next? What's next?
So, I mean, he was a good basketball player. He was good, for sure.
Slow down.
He was a good player, for sure. He was good, I don't know if he wanted to see Ant Edwards. Like, that's all I'm saying. I don't know if we was gonna get there. But, I'm a live in this with you, right? I'm a just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he was short. He was like 5'5". You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Could have had a growth spurt, sure. His skills translate, great.
Wasn't that good?
But he wasn't on the short list, is all I'm saying. He wasn't on the list of niggas that I would have assumed made it all the way. But I'm happy to kind of live in this world with you. And I don't think that makes me an asshole. But I did it in the back of my mind was like, maybe not. Am I an asshole for even thinking that?
I'm just trying to imagine the response if you would just been like, nah.
Nah, he wasn't making it. I seen his tape. It wasn't.
Yeah,
We could pull it up right now.
He only
can
had a
watch it
left
together.
hand.
Yeah,
he didn't really have no right.
He didn't really know how to drive to the basket that well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the time.
His friend didn't know how to drive that well either.
It's not the time to be Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be Dr. Phil in this moment. Let's just live here.
Yeah.
But like again, I'm willing to lie to my buddy. You know what I'm saying about the prospects for his kid.
There's no harm in it.
There's no harm in that.
I think there is because
okay.
Here's my thing, right? Because now he has it in his head that his son was like, you're agreeing that, if he was still here, he would have made something of himself.
Yeah.
But statistically,
statistically,
like,
right.
I'm your friend. I'm still here. I don't like.
Right.
I'm
Nah, I'm
being
with
real.
you.
Statistically, he probably would not have gotten as far as you think he would have. Because by this age, there's already like people looking like he ain't had no scouts.
But
around.
what's the harm?
The harm is in thinking that you were sitting on a cash cow and his life ended tragically. If you would really sit on a cash cow, this would have been like news. You know what I'm saying? You and your family knows. This isn't like, oh man, the next LeBron James has died tragically in an accident. It's like it's delusion. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like
they didn't retire his jersey at the high school.
no,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's the least they could do. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
You niggas are evil.
They didn't even do that. Like they gave it to the next.
That's fucked up.
Nah, it's
oh
true.
my God.
It's true. That and that's the harm. I feel like you can't always let people live in delusions. Even in death. I think you need to just keep it honest at all times. Like, yo, I love you, bro, but that nigga ain't had no left hand. I seen the tape. I seen it. I seen the tape. Like it's just he wasn't, and he ain't had the height. He wasn't going. He wasn't going.
It was going to be a rough
thing.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's not Brunson. Shit.
Everybody's not Brunson, man. And it's like, and you say he's from New York, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. He definitely.
See, that's the thing. Like New York is known for point guards, right? But all of them are short. Like it's because niggas don't pass out here. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the A1 athletes are from like
Jersey.
Oklahoma and Alabama and shit like that. Texas. Those were the boys. They get massive. You know what I'm saying? But New York, it's all flash. So I don't know if it would have worked out.
Also, let's be honest, man. He was around, so I feel like if you really wanted your son to make it,
yeah, he didn't have that extra push.
You should have left earlier, man. Your man's was over here driving with people. Like, and honestly, if you left, he probably would have been driving sooner. He wouldn't have had to be driving with this. Did the driver live or nah?
He did.
He did?
Yeah, he did. Man. He was the only
survivor.
He was the only.
Oh, he got a slide.
Only victim.
Yeah.
So now, okay. So here's the thing, right? What if? Here's the harm. What if, given the projection that he had in his head, he goes and sues the family of the other person?
This is how much
right?
money we would have made based on my son's
and off
future
of
career.
Off of my son's career that you cut short with your negligence.
Yeah.
Sir, your son didn't even have an NIL deal.
Somebody's gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying? Like at some
what was
point,
your son's name? Nobody
You
knew.
couldn't even get a sponsorship from the local pizzeria.
you know what I'm saying? Like somebody was gonna tell him. Why
Can
not
we get
me,
off of
right?
this, man? Like,
do y'all have karaoke staples? The joint you gonna get off?
Depends on who I'm around.
Okay.
If I'm singing,
So, give me the different vibes.
if I'm with the homies, and it's just like we singing to kind of just lighten the mood for everybody else, and I know people are gonna like participate, I'll do like a party song. So my go-to has been for the last couple years has been like a G6. It's just like it's a nice like.
God.
it's the most random.
Yeah, like that's not even.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say like
because-
this is how we do it or something. Like,
Nah. I don't want to, because that's too many. That's too much. That's too many lyrics. Like it's too much. Like a G6 has a lot of repeating lyrics, right? And it's good to like
T's
get
not
people.
good with lyrics.
Yeah,
Nigga was fucking up the lyrics to Burn when we was up there.
Yo, don't do that. I wasn't. We got videotape, bro. That's not true.
What was
I
the end of the road? It was one of them you was fucking up.
Was I fucking up? I was drunk.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
don't know.
put that on Patreon.
You didn't know any of the lyrics to End of the Road.
What do you mean? I was reading
Although
them.
We've come.
I was reading them. We was good. We was chilling.
I don't have the videos no more. Never mind.
We was doing.
Oh
we
no,
was
I might.
Yeah, Leslie got them shits, but we was doing all right. We was chilling. We was good. At least in my head. I don't know, but that's the thing, right? Like even if you don't know the lyrics, I had good energy. So like people seen the video. Nobody was hitting me up saying, "Yo, do better, bro." Like we had the energy, and that's what matters. You just got the energy. You don't got to know all the lyrics. I got on my knees, bro. Like that's what you got to do.
Your
Songs
legs
like
hurt
that.
for the rest of the
That's fair.
fucking.
Hey, don't do that, nigga. So stop playing me, bro. That was from the competition. That was from, which I didn't even tell you about that, which I could do that when we can go on to other shit. But
Definitely
I tried to get my cousin to do the competition. He wasn't trying to do that.
So you back to back?
Trying to get I was trying to train. After my big career ending injury last year, I was just like, you know what? Let me just move to coaching. But he was not. I tried to get the girls to gas him up. Oh my God, let's do it. We're gonna vote for you. Yeah. He was not trying to do that. He's too cool for that shit, man.
He's not trying to be on the TV, on the big screen.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not trying to have everybody see that.
Screen.
And he would have lost because the winner took his pants off. So, he would have got smoked. It was an old dude.
Nude?
Basically, almost. Like not fully
Jesus
nude.
Christ.
It's still like a family thing, but he was in his
kids there.
He was in his drawers. It was an old man. He came up to the mic.
He
said,
doing
listen,
Usher,
y'all.
you make me wanna?
Nah, he said.
They don't even get the Tuesday songs.
He said, listen, I don't have that much time left. His song came on, and he took his pants off. He was in his drawers, and he started wiggling and jiggling, and it was set from there. He took the cake, and
that's exactly why I don't want to go on a cruise.
Yeah, there'd be some freaky old niggas on there.
Yeah, them freaky old niggas, man.
Low-key, I think he might have been a pervert. I think he probably does this a lot.
Too?
He probably goes on this he probably does this all the time. He probably goes on every cruise and I don't have that much time left, so let me just flash y'all real quick. But anyway, besides that, those are my go-to songs. And My Girl by Temptations. If I'm singing for the ladies,
that's a good one.
Because I can hit some of those like little vocals and stuff like that. So people were like, yeah, yo, you got a voice on, yeah. I'm like, yeah, nah, the tight shit. Just little things like that.
Hey,
Dane, what's your go-to songs? You said next time, you know what? Next time we do karaoke, I'm gonna let you sing that shit by yourself. End of the road, since you want to diss me so much, nigga. Bring the video.
Well,
I'm gonna see the video.
I can't do End of the Road by myself. That's a group song.
Sing both parts, man. Do it.
Nah, I can't.
Put on 2 different outfits.
Let's see. Mine would be chapters 1 through 6 of Trapped in the Closet.
The fuck?
Still?
Oh my God! Still? Yeah. If he said it now, he's been doing
all the
that.
words.
It's been
Beat, no
time.
beat.
No beats. Acapella. just up there doing Trapped in the Closet. Acapella is crazy.
I've done
all the parts.
So to get people going, I do a Hotline Bling, a Drake. Okay. It's always a fun one.
Still?
Put a little dance up there. Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to update your.
Then and then I finish it off with Last Night, Keisha Cole.
And did he? Oh my God, bro! What?
Yeah. We're gonna go to commercial break.
Yo.
We'll be right back, y'all.
What's happening, yo?
What the hell? Yeah, bro. Give us one song that's
not problematic, bro.
Yeah. How is Hotline Bling problematic?
Bro, you see what happened to this man, bro? He's all of them up.
Mentos, the
Give us
fresh
one, bro.
maker.
All right, we're back.
Thank you for holding. So Dame, as you were saying, give us a song that you absolutely kill at karaoke.
I don't know. You guys took all my fucking good ones away.
Nothing about Tory, maybe.
Nah.
Say it by Tory Lane.
DDG.
Nah.
Like you got so many to pick from. You can make a whole mixtape of abusive niggas.
OJ's audiobook.
I think I like a lot of Usher songs. So yeah,
The Victim. Thank you.
Well, not yeah, but Burn.
It's cool.
Burn is probably my other go-to. I think that's the first. Yeah, it's like the first one I thought of when we were on the cruise the first time.
That's what's up.
I really was trying to play some R. Kelly when I was at the karaoke machine though the first time. They didn't. I was looking for Same Girl, so me and
they took
Trent
all that shit off.
Who would have been Usher?
Me.
See, I don't like that. See, because then there's videotape, and then people would have thought that I chose Kels. And I don't like that. Don't set me up like that, man.
I just feel like
if you chose the song, you got to be Kels.
R. Kelly has a lot of facial hair. You got a lot of facial hair.
look at niggas blowing out.
Look at you reaching. He reaching.
R. Kelly a freaky ass nigga. You freaky.
That's true too.
I ain't that freaky now. I ain't R. Kelly freaky.
I hope nobody is that freaky. I hope it's literally just that nigga. But apparently
No, there's
there's
two of
one
them.
more nigga.
They're in a class of their own.
It's very clearly as freaky.
They got songs together?
Yo, the most cursed song in the world is that one song with Diddy and R. Kelly. It's what is it called? It was a hit record too. It was like it wasn't I'm Loving You Tonight. It was something to that effect though. But there's absolutely a
Satisfy you?
Satisfy you. It's just to satisfy you. Bro, that was a hit record. It was on a platinum album, and that is the most cursed song on Spotify at this point. So I think I told y'all, I give myself
Birth control.
I think I told y'all I give myself 1 or 2, maybe 2 R. Kelly days a year. Where it's okay for me to listen to R. Kelly. Just to get it out of my system.
They was playing them on this cruise.
Are they random days or you have them like scheduled out?
No. They random days. It's just like I gotta budget
When
it.
you feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta be
Today
you know what I'm
feels
saying?
like a Kells day.
And frankly, today was a Kells day.
Damn.
And honestly,
But you
every
play
time
first. Let's give it to me. If you had to play, if you play those songs,
yeah,
what
give you the
what
rundown.
what starts the chain off?
I wish
Okay.
I wish was first. Because like at least like give me something sympathetic. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe I wasn't in the Kells mood yet. Maybe I was in a dedication mood. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, reminisce on my homies and all of that. So yeah, I went to I Wish first. The Greatest eventually came on.
I can't listen to that song because Mad TV fucked it up for me. If you know, you know.
I remember that clip. Yeah, that was actually a goated clip.
Ari Spears, right?
Yeah, Ari Spears with the bald head. Yeah, he was wilding. He was wilding on that one. Yeah, I went through a few. Fiesta. There's again a couple of songs that I told y'all I cannot play. Some of those classic records I will not play under any circumstances because of what they are about, and I cannot erase those from my mind.
I'm the opposite, man. The songs, I feel like because I wasn't born during all the mess that was happening.
Nigga,
it matters. It does
no,
matter.
It doesn't.
It does matter. I feel like the age at which you enjoy his music does matter. You take a baby, you show that baby nothing but R. Kelly songs, that baby's gonna thrive.
That's a freaky ass
Not
baby.
knowing but you don't
If you
know.
pick the right songs, he can also be the most inspired baby ever.
Exactly. And doesn't know nothing about the news of what's happening, right? Like nothing of which came before this baby. But
So
for
that's
me,
kind of-
it's
Sorry.
usually what like starts the chain off for me, which usually makes me go, oh man, I hate how things went down. Was 12
nigga was
anything
great,
off
man.
12 play usually. When I hear Your Body's Calling, I'm like, oh man.
See, that's one of the ones I can't do it.
I hear that song.
Seems Like You're Ready. Can't do
Seems
it.
Like You're Ready. Another banger.
That shit
Homie,
is
Love,
about
a Friend.
Children.
Great 90s. I feel like it's about children if you think it's about children. It doesn't have to be
think it's
about children. It doesn't have to always be about children, You gotta change your
Sometimes
mind.
it was about children.
You gotta change your mindset. Yeah. It's
Like
a
every
double
third
it's a
time.
double entendre.
I don't want a double entendre about children, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not that metaphorical, my nigga. I'm sorry. Well, that was the thing. First of all, he took the greatest graduation song of all time off the table. Now we're just stuck with One Moment in Time, right? And like, I hate that fucking song. I like it when Whitney Houston sing it. I hate it when 12-year-olds sing it. Now, I Believe I Can Fly, bro, it's just great music. That's the messed up thing about it. That's the messed up thing about all of it. The fact that I can't listen to The Greatest, he used to have the best like ad libs at the end of the songs. Like it, I'm sad. Like again, I'm genuinely sad. Today was my R. Kelly in memoriam day, and that's it. I just once the clock
Playing R.
strikes
Kelly at the end of the
12, I
pod?
can no longer listen to him. Say again?
Playing R. Kelly at the end of the pod.
Absolutely not.
Pussy. I saw something before we started podding, and it made me think. Speaking of freaky, Sydney Sweeney the doe-eyed white woman that was the heartthrob a couple years ago in the Euphoria star and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She recently collaborated with Dr. Squatch or Dr. Squatch. I forgot what the name is, but it's a soap company that makes like custom soaps and shit like that.
You're right. It's Squatch. It's Squatch.
Yeah, recently collabed with them, and she put out a soap that is being promoted as having hints of her bathwater. And her excuse for it was people, fans always hit me up saying they want my bathwater, so I felt like this was a good way to just give the fans what they want. What are y'all thoughts on this type of fan purchase? And would y'all ever? Is there any type of purchase that y'all would do similarly?
Similar? No. She's feeding the Gooners. The Gooners are gonna eat off of this for a while. That's for sure.
Well, first of all, Sydney Sweeney is, I don't know if I ever told y'all about my 1 through 30 scale for like rating women.
You did, but please rehash it for the audience.
So there's like, it's 1 through 10, but it's tiers. It's 3 tiers, right? So you have the ugly tier, have their own set of 1 through 10, right? Then you have like the eye looking bitches that have like 11 through 20. And then you got beautiful bitches in that 21 to 30 range, right? So where you fall on that scale may, consist of a couple of different things, right? So to me,
she's a 14 for you. I can tell. Or
she's
15.
not a 14.
Lower?
She's lower.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sydney Sweeney is a 9.
Oh.
Sydney Sweeney is a 9. She is a beautiful, gorgeous, ugly bitch. Like, she's like... She is a beautiful, gorgeous, ugly bitch. Because
I'm gonna test you.
The structure, right? The structure is poor, but the features, you know what I'm saying, are well put together.
So why is that ugly and not alright?
Because I is like plain. There has to be like a more basic structure, like a Nissan is.
You losing me, man.
I'm sorry. So, like a Nissan is like a, you know what I'm saying, is a plain car. It's a normal, like when you think of a car, when you're 5 and you draw a car that kind of look like a Nissan. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got four doors, wheels. You know what I'm saying? It's got that box shape. It's normal. It's a normal car, right? But then you got certain Nissans that are fire, right? Like a 2021 Altima SX. That shit might be fire, but it's a fire Nissan. Then you got cars that are more high end, a Lamborghini or something like that. But maybe it's just not the prettiest model, you know what I'm saying, of that car. So again, Sydney Sweeney is like a boosted up like Volkswagen. Like the shit moves, you know what I'm saying? It definitely moves, but you know what I'm saying? It's just not structurally, it's not the most, appealing vehicle. But you put a lot of work into it.
I feel like I don't believe you.
You don't? About what?
Like, I feel like there wasn't enough there to really...
You don't think she's a 9 on the 1 through 30 scale? Give me your scale.
I don't think you
Give me
think
your rating.
I don't think you think she's a 9. Because if she's a 9, right?
Yeah. A 9 is not always better than a 12. I mean, a 12 is not always better than a 9. I think you got to lose the linearity. Like, you got to understand that it's tiers. It's like D1 college, like versus D2. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you rarely are gonna see a mid-major you know what I'm saying, play against a D1?
She would be in the mid tier, I think. Because
Give her a number.
Like I said, I think I agree. I would agree with you if you would have said she was like a 14, 15.
14?
In her tier, she's not the most beautiful out of, like in her class.
I think that's underrating her. I think you're actually underrating Sydney Sweeney by giving her a higher score. Because she's not regular. Like, she's clearly not, like, she's not a regular girl.
I think she's I don't think she's like when I said heartthrob, I was just saying like how people have seen her. She's everywhere. She's modeling. She's doing all this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But she's not like the pinnacle of beauty,
I saw her in one of them freaky ass movies, by the way. She's been doing like these side freaky movies.
Oh yeah.
There's a movie on Hulu called Voyeurs. I don't know if y'all heard of it. Some side freaky shit she did. It was pretty good.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't do that if you like. If you
a 9?
Below the if you're below
Sure
the 10.
Can.
Nah, I don't think so.
Damn, based on the scale,
people don't want your bathwater if you below a 10. You gotta be within the 11 to 20.
We talking about gooners, bro. We talking about gooners. Like,
my take is that so she's not the best, but she's very. Let me say this. If you took away some of her physical features, I don't know if niggas would be gooning after her the same way that they are. There's a combination of, one, she has those physical attributes, and
you
two,
mean the pair?
They saw that, huh?
You mean her pair of physical features?
I like how we're all just like kind of staring away from, like we're navigating these waters.
Well, how old is this girl? Like 21, 22?
We're navigating these bath waters. She's not 21. No,
she's grown. She's like 25.
She's almost our age,
anyway.
probably. Yeah.
But
27.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that she has that, and then there's also the fact that I think when I started to notice that she was gaining a lot of popularity is when people found her TikTok, where she was literally just working on cars. So it's that combination of a guy being fascinated with an attractive woman doing something that men are typically into. It's like when they saw fucking Megan Fox in Transformers. Oh wow, a woman who's in the making and messing with cars. Oh shit, she's the hottest woman in the world. I think it's a mix of those two.
It counts. There's a dude on Instagram who's doing the all WNBA smash.
Oh, that's my nigga.
Rankings.
Yeah, I told y'all. Yeah.
You know what I'm so like there's a couple of those ratings he did was based on their looks, but also on their performance. Sometimes, like, a girl being really good at basketball makes her a little hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all goes into the framework. So yeah, like, that's why I think
thuggish.
It's like when you look at a picture of Sydney Sweeney, you just see a picture of a person. But when you watch Sydney Sweeney be Sydney Sweeney, it elevates her.
I think I would put her in the. I think I'd put her like 17.
17.
Thank you. I'm about to say we dancing.
17.
Like this is
wow.
Hot.
I think she is nearing that upper echelons for that
looking bitches.
Well, if 17 is just looking bitches.
Yeah, so 17.
So she's
is
a 7.
Everybody in
she's
17
a 7 of her scale.
Well, it's not
That's
what
fair.
we've been saying though. We've been saying that. Oh, she's not.
I said she ugly.
He's saying she's ugly. I said she's I agree with you, Dan. I put her at the 14 of the eyes because the eyes.
Who else is in that? Who else would be in that 14 to 17 tier that we're talking about, Hog?
So,
Dua Lipa is a 10 for my eyes.
Hella red pill talk right now, by the way. Sorry.
We supposed to be talking about this bigger fan
Dua
person.
Lipa,
I was trying to ask you if you would have bought.
Dua Lipa's a solid 27.
27.
Yeah, she's a solid 20. She is one of the.
She's Albanian, bro. She ain't got no light behind her eyes.
She's on the finer side of fine bitches. Y'all disagree with that?
Yes.
I think she's.
I think she's.
She's the pinnacle of alright bitches. Like she goes.
She's the
to
pinnacle of I bitches. So she's like an 18, 19.
Yeah, I said 19, 20.
Yeah, I was about to say she's ahead of Sydney Sweeney, but I think she's in that same 14 to 19 realm. Or
oh, y'all fucking got harsh ratings, bro. That kind of shows me why y'all think she's a 14, Sydney Sweeney, because like it's so like okay.
I didn't say 14. I said 17.
14 through 17. So like this is the point of the rating because we can go through it, right? Quinta Brunson.
12.
I say about it. I say see that's a 14 to me. Quinta Brunson is a 14.
I wouldn't put Quinta ahead of Sydney.
She puts it to the eye because she's funny to me.
I'd put Quinta at like a 6, 5 or 6.
Okay. I just got to look up famous singers or famous actresses right now.
What do you put up? What do you put Margot Robbie high?
Oh, 27. 26, 27.
She's in the 20s for sure.
Yeah. High ranking.
She's probably like 28.
Yeah, she's one of the most beautiful women on the planet.
Got a lot of doppelgangers too. You ever see that like collage of all that collage of all the Margot Robbie people looking like people that you thought was Margot Robbie but it wasn't?
Yeah. So where do y'all have Haley Steinfeld?
I gotta see her because I really only ever see her like in character.
In character, yeah, for sure. Like, oh, you mean the animated bitch from Spider-Verse?
Gwen.
Yeah, she cute. Yeah.
That's enough, right? She's above Sydney for me. She's also probably for me like a 16.
Yeah, it's
17.
so tough to tell because some of these photos she looks completely different than other ones.
Yeah. So to me,
but at her peak, I'm putting her at like probably in that same realm, 17, 18, 18, 19. 18,
I would say so.
I don't know. Where do y'all put her in centers?
22.
Yeah, she's in the 20s. Well, a 22 might as well be a 19.
Yeah.
Could be, right? But 22 is a not so attractive fine bitch. Like, it's plenty of girls who's like,
here's
that's
how I'm like portraying your. Do you guys watch One Punch Man at all?
I've seen it. Yeah.
In One Punch Man, they have the level system for heroes, right?
Yeah.
T, do you know the A+ hero? He's like the top of the A class hero list. But he's like an actor, he's famous and stuff.
Yeah.
But he could be S, but he doesn't want to be S because he would be at the bottom of S.
Yeah. Let's say he wants to be the tallest midget. He's
he
like,
would
I want to
rather
be the top
the
of my
best
class.
of the mid of like not the mid because A is still good. He'd rather be the top of the great.
I'd rather be a top A than
the
a lower
bottom
S.
of the best.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why
that's
14,
why I think 19 and 22 are fairly similar because 22 that's still S. That's still elite company. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. There are beautiful women that are like conventionally beautiful but are ugly to me.
I don't like how we did mostly white women here, by the way.
Patrons are getting to eat because I'm cutting some of this. Like I'm cutting it got too white in here too quick. I'm cutting
I
some of
kept
it.
spitting out white girls.
I'm cutting some of it.
Honestly, I was reading the room. I could have just
don't try to shift the blame. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I could have just kept it at the scissors.
You threw out Quinta?
I threw out Quinta, yeah. Because again, there's no room for Quinta on a 1 to 10 scale, bro. She's gonna be a 4. She's gonna be a 4 anywhere.
She's been rated the lowest out of everybody that we named. So
this is what I'm saying.
So who's a 30?
Who's a 30?
Actually, 28.
He gonna say his wife.
My wife's on the scale and she knows where she is. I've told her exactly where she is on the scale.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
I love you, bro. I swear to God.
I don't like mystery.
When you presented the scale to your wife, did she ask where she was?
Yeah, she did.
Of course, yeah.
She did. Yeah, she did. But that's the thing. We agreed. Like we both agreed with her spot.
No,
she thought it
you
was
agreed.
inaccurate.
She agreed with you to hear it.
Wait, did you have to explain your reasoning?
Yeah, I explained because I was using other people as examples.
Nigga had to talk her into it. You didn't. She didn't agree.
No.
Yeah,
It wasn't a negotiation.
100%
It was
did not agree.
Once I explained the system, she was like, "Okay, I get it. I get where we live in here." So again, I think the scale works for me. You know what I'm saying? The scale works for me. Back to Sydney.
Where are we on the scale?
Nigga, at that part, I would.
Nah, let's do it because we can't just. We gotta clean this up a little bit. Like I said, I'm cutting it down. Where are we on this scale?
Well, we got to set the standards. Who's 30? What would be a 1? What would be a 30? What would be 15?
So, like, okay, I think we all can probably agree that like Michael B. Jordan is like a 28, right?
I don't think so.
I don't
think so.
Let's unpack it.
I think Michael B. Jordan is all right.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think
I had to disagree. I'm with Hod here. He's probably like 28, 29 right now.
Come
because
on, son.
before this big break and before like as Killmonger, like who was he before like what
He was
he?
Creed.
I ain't watched Creed. I ain't really care that much
You
about Creed.
That's on you.
Y'all find boxers sexy?
I think most
A lot of
most
people
women do.
Like who are the top 3 finest boxers? Like you find, I didn't find
Canelo. Ryan Garcia is a good looking dude.
I don't know if bitches love Floyd like that. Like it's probably the money.
It's like Michael B. Jordan. Like he wasn't really like he.
You
really,
think Michael
really,
B. Jordan wasn't really heat before Black Panther?
right?
I'm genuinely surprised about it.
I don't think he's like in that top.
He
pinnacle.
played
For
Johnny
me,
Storm in the He played Johnny Storm in the Fantastic Four movie in 2015.
Okay, D.I. High. It wasn't that good either. But like
it was terrible. It was a terrible movie.
Like Michael B. Jordan to me is like 16, 17. He's all
I
right.
don't know anybody that would agree with that.
Hey,
So okay,
we just setting the bar.
Let's live here.
We just
right?
setting the bar.
Because I think a lot of women were trying to rate Jonathan Majors
And it's different for us too.
using the wrong system. Because I think
He'd be like a 10.
Exactly.
JM is a 10?
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Exactly. So
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Take away the muscle, you gotta. No, we can go back. We can go back and look see what Jonathan Majors looked like when he was not as buffed up as he is right now,
if
bro.
he wasn't, if like again,
But
and this is-
wasn't people loving him from Lovecraft?
Nah, not swooning over him. Absolutely not. That came after I guess Creed 3. Before that, maybe like during the Lovecraft Country era.
Okay.
Maybe during that.
Okay.
But yeah, it wasn't
All right,
honestly
so y'all put JM below Michael B. Jordan. Okay, so
For
who
sure.
else? Like who?
for sure. Method Man, 29.
20.
Like most women would just like are comfortable saying that Method Man is
I could see him.
is-
Yeah, I could see Meth in the 20s.
Right.
Joe Budden.
12, 13.
Okay, we're getting some baseline data.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns.
24. Jay Uso, 16.
Okay, yeah.
You feel me?
Who's in the single digits?
So, okay, single digits is like, this is gonna sound funny, but
Paul Rudd. Like
I think Paul Rudd is a looking nigga. Like I think he's like a 16 as well. Like
No,
a
I think
16,
he's like an
17.
11, 12. It's
think
all
so?
charm. It's all charm.
It's all so that's the thing.
and that's
the-
what puts exactly that.
the
That's
scale-
what puts
yeah,
you
the scale
in
changes
the
thing.
in the
Mhm.
early, like, you know, it's the way you carry yourself, you know, things that we've known you from, things
But
like
it's
that.
also like almost like being able to like see through it at the same time.
I think where you want to live in the scale is 6 through 10, regardless of what tier you're in. Like
Aura
I
matters
think,
here. Aura definitely matters here.
yeah, for
Aura
sure.
matters, but I don't know if I guess charm and humor can, but if I'm just basing this off of like if I just have somebody placed right in front of me and I'm just looking based off of like physical attributes, how tall they are, what they look like, this, that, and the other. Like, if I just didn't know anything about the dude, sure. Because not for nothing, personalities can also make you go down.
Yeah,
for sure. I think what's his name? The guy that plays Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp.
I think Johnny Depp makes himself less attractive than he normally would be to most people by like the weird shit he does and the weird way he dresses. Like I think all of it matters. I think all of it matters. So like when we're talking about, again, from the male side, we got like, where's Ryan Reynolds? Right? You telling me Ryan Reynolds not an 18?
He's not. Again, that's charm too. He's charm. He's nice, but bro, his head big as hell. He's not like.
From what I hear, he's not that nice either.
If he was a regular dude, he's not getting it done. Yeah, average looking man.
Well, he's an 18, so he's a better looking average man.
Fame and appearance of like, you know, good PR, I guess.
Sure,
might put him in the 10s, but other than that, take all that away, he's in the single digits for sure.
So
6.
The DEI hire of male celebrities is Chris Pratt, because I'm looking at a chart right now that says hottest male celebrities, and Chris Pratt is at number 4. And
Chris Pratt would probably be a 20.
Hell no, bro. Chris Pratt.
I think that's about.
Chris Pratt is a solid 14.
I only put him at 20.
I
put him at 20 because we saw him at a 4.
Sure. Henry Cavill.
30.
There it is.
That nigga's Superman, bro.
Fair. Not no more. They got another nigga in there. But yeah, I get it. I'm just saying there's much more room. There's much more like, okay, if you put Henry Cavill and Michael B. Jordan on the same thing, you would never put them close to you would put them close to each other. And you just said that they're nowhere near each other based on the scale. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that there's much more flexibility.
Wait, who had them nowhere near each other?
T said Michael B. Jordan is not that attractive.
Well he's not in 20s for me.
Where would you have Henry Cavill?
Let me Google this.
Because I answered that.
Let me Google it.
Because I think I had Michael B. Jordan up there with him. I think I had him where you had him, huh? Like 28.
That's true.
Yeah, Henry, he up there, man.
He's a handsome guy.
He up there.
He's a handsome guy. For sure.
He up there. He above that dude that you said was the next what's that one dude? He's in like the Top Gun movies and shit like that. Forgot what you said.
Oh yeah. I don't think so. I think that guy is I think if both of them niggas is in the club, I think if both of them niggas at the bar, rather. If both of them at the bar, Buddy from Twisters gets way more play than Henry Cavill in that.
Henry Cavill is 42.
Because Henry Cavill's afraid to talk to women.
He's getting it done.
To talk. He's also afraid to talk to women because he doesn't want to be accused for rape.
Jesus.
Word for word. Those
brings
are
him
coming
down
from
10.
his mouth.
Yeah, that brings him down 10. He's immediately in the 19s.
He's a 20 now. Yeah.
If you don't know about the goofy antics, like he's in the 10s.
Glenn Powell is getting Henry Cavill the fuck out of here in the bar.
No sir.
Gotta look it up.
No sir.
Glenn Powell.
Who's walking up to who first? Like who are they walking up to? They're not walking up to Glenn Powell before they're walking up to Henry Cavill.
They're not walking up to Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill, as handsome as he is off-putting. Like genuinely. Like I think
Glenn Powell is walking up to people. People are walking up to Henry Cavill. For sure.
I don't think nobody walks up to Henry Cavill. I like
Henry Cavill has like George Clooney levels.
George Clooney and Glenn Powell are way more close than Henry Cavill and George Clooney.
I think women would walk up to Henry Cavill just to compliment something that's like, oh, I love your mustache. Like, and find just like small shit like that. Or I love your hair. Or some shit like that. I don't know.
Glenn Powell being younger than me.
This Glenn nigga got a long face.
Yo, first of all, we're men. Bitches be
So?
liking different shit about niggas that we don't really quite understand. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I understand it very well, sir.
right? just leave that.
This nigga looks like non-neurotic Elon Musk.
Oh, come on, man. Y'all giving
I don't
It's
think-
because it was my pick. Y'all
No,
come on now.
bro.
We doing Glenn Powell bad right now, bro.
Bro, you see the picture where his head is
I just
shaved?
found out of this nigga.
He could be a skinhead, bro. Look at the picture of him with his shaved head, bro.
He's done a lot of like Southern movies. What that got to do with anything?
I say he
Man
looked
can't
like
be
he could
from
be
the
a
South?
skinhead, bro. Like he doesn't like that doesn't in the face. It's not attractive, bro. He has more potential to be a racist than Henry Cavill does. Just going off looks.
Hell no. I think you got Henry Cavill fucked up.
Nah, bro. Nah,
I don't know
son.
about that.
We don't know these people. So their ratings are like with an asterisk. Because we don't know. Like, we don't know Michael B. Jordan. We don't know, like, Henry Cavill. We don't know these people really, for real. But we know us. And so, like, where are we?
So I don't think. Well, let me talk through it, because I don't think that there's anything unattractive about me. So I don't think I think I clear.
You don't look very
0 through
approachable.
10.
So that might be something.
Yeah, and I think I get a slight boost because when the light hits my eye just right,
Yeah.
they're a little lighter
You're
than
right.
you expect.
You're right. I was
Right?
going to bring that up if you didn't.
I think the shape, you know what I'm saying? So I got a little thing going on there.
But then you got the nose.
Yo, that was crazy.
I'm just being
That was insane.
It's like it cancels each other out. You got the
So
eyes,
here's the thing.
But right below it is the nose. If you're going to see the light in the eyes, when the
Yeah,
light bends a little more.
you got this thing. So, but I don't. To me, and from like, I'm sure that there have been certain people that have kind of like wasn't attracted to my nose, but there's also a contingency of women who absolutely find big noses and big lips sexy.
I feel like if
Absolutely.
you didn't have the stash situation, I feel like you made that work for you.
Yeah.
Like I think if you didn't have the stash, it'd probably make your nose look bigger.
It probably did when I was young. Yeah, like I imagine it did before I had facial hair. And I leaned into the stash goatee like combo as opposed to like trying to grow the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it doesn't grow. But second of all, I don't think that particular look works for me because of the shape of my jaw. So again, I don't think there's anything unattractive about me. So I think I cleared the 0 through 10. The eye gives me a bump. The nose is like what we'll say it's like an acquired taste, right?
Okay.
I'm heavy, right? I think if I was more fit, that I think I would boost myself up a little bit more. So
But
at my current,
but you still kind of small. Like I think buff short niggas aren't like the same like as
so I think there's a stigma about being buff and short. Like you can be buff or you can be short. Like I think there's certain women that like little guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they like the pocket size niggas.
If I
but
being
I'm
buff and short makes it seem like you punch through a wall.
Yeah.
Like
Which,
you probably get angry quick, and that's why you
I do
buff.
have anger issues for sure. I lean into that. Well, it's not on purpose. I don't think they're related. Like I think it had much more to
There's
do with my
something to
upbringing.
it. There might be something to it. There might be something there. You know,
It could be. It could be. So I'm gonna. It sounds like a cop out, but I'm gonna lean on a 15. Like I think I'm alright looking at it. Nigga.
I would have to say.
Yeah, you didn't even bring up aura, by the way, but you know, it's all good.
Oh yeah, my aura gets me most of the way. Like I've never. Yeah, my personality is the cell. That boosts me to an 18, but we're not talking about aura.
Let's see. I definitely have my flaws. I could be
Talk about them.
more fit for sure. I'm skinny, so not. So I'm skinny and I'm bald, and I think that's a bad combination, right? So I think I lose a lot of points because of that. but I look really good with a hat on, so I could like kind of get half of those back. And then what else? Good personality. I'm trying to think of more like negatives. I have glasses, which I guess depending on who you're asking, can be a plus or a minus.
It depends on the glasses. If you got glasses that fit your face, then I think you're
but it's also the fact that I have to wear them all the time.
Yo, you really can't see?
I can't see. I have to wear these all the fucking time.
And you don't
Has a
fuck with
girl ever
contacts.
said? Has a girl ever said called you like with your blind ass or like,
never.
like tried to play you for wearing
hide your
glasses?
glasses? Nah, but you don't like fuck with contacts ever. Like you never tried to fuck with
I
contacts?
tried. I can't. I got my eyes are too little. My fingers are too big. It didn't work out. And other than that, my eyes are just super sensitive. I can't even get close without like start fucking flinching and shit. It's awful.
Besides the point, would you think about LASIK ever?
Yeah, my brother got it, and he loves it. So I might. But I do have an issue because I've had glasses for so long now, and you could probably even see it.
You have an indent?
No, I don't even have the indent, but I have marks. Like, you know, like
Oh, the little dark marks. I see it, yeah.
Is it like the tanning? I don't know. Is the skin like not growing?
I think it's
I don't know.
just like being pressed on for so fucking long. I don't know. Cause I didn't always have like these little what do they call? I don't know what they call them. Like, you know, little things they put there.
The things, yeah.
So the frame's not like pressing on them. But like I used to have like really thick frames all the time. So the frame would literally just sit on my shit.
Yeah.
And just fucking. So yeah. I don't know
But
if
the
I'd want
plus-
to get LASIK just because of that.
The plus though with having glasses, I feel like is having the ability to take them off and getting a different look. Like you said, because I know you said that you have to have them on all the time, right? And I'm kind of in the same mode too, but sometimes I just don't. You know, I have them shades. They're not prescribed. Sometimes I wear them for the look. I don't be seeing shit, but sometimes I wear them for the look. But not having your glasses on, you basically turn into like a whole different nigga.
Oh yeah, I look. You see my Asian side when I take my glasses off.
And people people sometimes like that. Like sometimes you can get it. Sometimes when I'm outside, sometimes I'll take it off and clean my glasses just so people get like the different side, right? It's like, oh, okay, like, you know,
Nigga just flexing his.
It's like sometimes like it's a
Like,
different
yeah, it's
view.
me.
It's a different view. You know, we have like a natural like. It's almost like your eyes look tired. Like you have like a natural like tired look. Like you work hard. I don't know. It's something, but there's something there. But go ahead, keep going. So you got the glasses. You got a goatee set up. You got a, you know.
Yeah, a little goatee. It's uneven at times. I stay having to shave one side consistently more than the other.
At your best. Like, let's
I
not
would
name
say,
something about that. At
yeah.
your best, yeah. At your highlight.
I'd probably say like 18, 19. I don't think I'm at that 20. I think once I put the muscle on there, I think I'd be in 20. And if I was actually 6 foot, I think I'd already put myself at that 20 range. But being 5'10", 5'11" next year, it's just not it.
Okay.
All right,
Let's go
so
see.
I got a beard, I got dimples. Like I think like I have things that I don't like about myself, but I don't think that everybody notices. So that's okay for me. Like I like the things that I know about myself are not the things that everybody else knows. So that puts me in the tens. I think if you know enough about me, it'll probably put me below the tens. But me not knowing all that stuff, not, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get that far, I'm definitely already in the tens as it is. I think I'm funny, you know, like I don't have like the most aura. The aura comes with who I'm around for sure. Like I think by myself it's hard to just exude that as much. But when I'm around other people, I think I shine the best because I feel more comfortable, you know, just like just being outside and being chilling with stuff like that. But I'm also big, you feel me? I don't have a lot of I used to have the fro. When I had the fro, I probably I rated myself higher, even though people rated me lower. It's weird. Like people said they liked my head shaved more than they liked the fro, which was interesting because I felt more confident in myself when I had the fro. But that's beyond the point. I'm also putting myself at like the like 14, 15. Put myself at like 14, 15. And when I got my whole, my setup, my uniform, shit like that, I got the bucket hat on, I'm smelling good, got my shades on, I'm outside chilling, I might get bumped up a little bit to like the 16.
Okay.
I mean, I told you I came on this podcast and told you I could probably bag a Kardashian, and I meant that. I wasn't potting. I was dead serious about that.
Caitlyn.
Jeez.
That's true. I mean, you making a joke, but
Yeah, one of them.
multiple.
Sure.
Probably. I mean, that wasn't the one I had in mind. But
That's a Jenner.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I mean, Aura's getting it done. I said the same thing about Bianca. I said I could bag Bianca Belair too. I mean, I wasn't rolling with that. If it's but who y'all agree with less, Bianca or like Courtney?
You could probably bag Courtney. There's no chance.
There's no chance in hell I'm bagging Bianca.
Belair, no.
I think you have a better chance bagging Bianca than you do Courtney.
Did y'all ever see the thing? The little quote tweet of like Drewski. It was like, "This is the type of nigga you let hit on accident because he's such a vibe."
Ooh.
Yo.
So look, because there's another thing that's been going around. Coworker fine.
Yeah.
Have you seen that too?
Fine. Yeah.
People said Caribou is coworker fine.
Absolutely.
Y'all
Caribou. 15. Like I think she's
12,
a 15.
13.
I think she alright looking. She's an alright looking.
Nah, I think here's the thing. People talk a lot about how everybody like loves light skins, but because there's so many, the competition is more fierce. So
Sure.
I don't see it as that.
In the light skin pinnacle, she's not even.
In the light skin pinnacle, she's not on that.
She's not even. She ain't on.
Yeah,
hell no. No. 12.
She's
11, right. She ain't.
I give her.
I don't know what that
way-
means. I don't know what that means, but
I didn't like the way that felt coming out. Sorry.
I might cut that. But 11, 12.
I give her like 13, 14.
Yeah. Like that's coworker fine,
okay.
right? It's like if vicinity, right? If like that's like fine if you never left your hometown.
Right.
Fine.
Right.
Like
That's like middle
met
school. Like
your
middle
options
school,
are
she
limited.
was the baddest. She
right.
was the baddest in middle school.
Exactly. You get it. And then you go to high school and the pool widens. Then you go to college and it widens even more. And you're like, why was I tripping over this?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? It's messed up because, like, as critical and analytical as I am, I keep trying to explain this to my daughters. Like, this exact framework of, like, relationships and, like, friendships and all of that, but, like, how they feel about people. I'm like, it's because you only know, like, 13 people.
You haven't been here that long.
Yeah, like, when you get older.
I mean, they did it with us. Our parents did it with us, too. It's like, it's a lot of fish in the sea. You don't want to hear it at the time.
Right.
But it's true. Like
it's very true. But it makes it hard for me to sympathize because I know the truth.
You
know
gotta
what I mean?
sympathize a little bit though, because at the moment
they want the emotional, part,
in the moment,
which I get. But at the same time, I'm sorry. Like, and it's funny because it was so different. Because like when, I've been with my wife for a very long time. When we were like doing the puppy love thing, my mother did not give a fuck. I would come home crying, bro. I would come home crying about some shit. It's an argument we had.
So
she said she's never gonna talk to me again. All that type of shit. My mother didn't give a fuck about that shit. Yeah, she wasn't trying to hear none of that shit.
So you just passed it back down.
But her parents would literally like call me. They would call me and be like, "Hey, are you all right? She said you was mad at her. She said she was mad at you. She'll be fine. You just got to let her calm." Like they were much more like cultivating of the romance and the relationship. My mother wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. She didn't give a fuck.
It's a boy girl thing.
It could be. I think it's just because I think it's because I'm more like my mother and my wife is more like her parents. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's household. I don't think it's like, because like, again, I'm doing the same thing to the girls that my mother did to me. And I don't know. I don't think it's not like I needed more or anything like that. It was just, she was right. It just so happened to work out for me. You're
going to be the villain probably until they get older and understand.
Exactly.
That like, yeah, you was right. But like, it might be necessary. Sometimes you got to have that foresight to be like, she might be mad. She might resent you a little bit. But like, the more people she meets, she'd be like, oh yeah, like this was taught to me. It's a valuable lesson to learn that the people that you're stressing over right now,
you ain't gonna remember this.
You're gonna get so much older. You're gonna learn. You're gonna experience. You're gonna grow. You're gonna go out and meet more people. That's just gonna get so small to where you don't even think about it. Or you might think about it, but it's not gonna be the same amount of weight to where you find real love or real attraction. Right. Everything right now is super
new and fresh and intense,
superficial. Like that shit ain't even, it ain't really working like that. But
let's move forward, Doug. We are 2 topics in.
I mean,
we have so much to talk about.
I think we cooking.
It's working out real well. Like I ain't speak to y'all niggas in weeks, so I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's chime in on some music stuff. I know we've been talking for a minute, so we can kind of speed through it. We don't have to go through the basically my short review of the Kendrick concert was a lot better than I thought it was. That it was gonna be in terms of like the switch off of Kendrick and SZA and stuff. SZA needs to stop acting like she's singing all them songs. It's part of the show. I love it. It works out. But I was sat for most of those parts, which is fine. Like she brought out a big ass bug and she was like riding like a grasshopper and stuff like that. Actually, the funny part of the show that I wanted to talk to y'all about was we were late, so I missed the DJ Mustard set. But Shawty was complaining because she was like, "Oh, I didn't know this was like a show where teens were gonna be allowed in and stuff like that." And this was like a day before the show. She was like, "Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I want to be around teens." Yeah. I'm like, "Girl, we got floor seats. We ain't gonna be around like these young ass people. We gonna be around niggas like Joe Budden and shit like that."
The Joe Budden seats.
So we're late, right? And we're just sitting in traffic. And my brother calls me because he's at the show. Like he got there before. He's like, "Yo, where y'all at?" He left from New York and still got there before we did. He calls me. He's like, "Yo, where y'all at, bro?" I'm like, "Yeah, we on our way." Yeah. He's like, "All right, where? Yo." It's crazy because while we was sitting at our seat, we was getting ready to go to the bathroom. Joe Budden and his entire crew walked by our section. And I was just like, "Of fucking course he did, man. Of course he walked by the section." And pretty much it would have, I was mad not because I wanted to see him, but because it would have made my joke even better. If we were there and he passed by, like I said, yeah, we're gonna be around like Joe Budden and shit. Like we're not gonna be around like, it would have made the joke better. So I was kind of tight about that. I was really tight about that. But the show was good overall. Kendrick killed that shit. It was supposed to be raining. It was cold for a little bit, so we had like ponchos just in case. But yeah, it was a great show. It was a really great show. I was turned up. I was yelling a lot more than I thought I would. My throat hurt the next day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm coming down with COVID." But Shawty was just like, "No, you need to see the consequences of your actions," and sent me videos of me screaming euphoria at the top of my voice. And
that video, I thought it was gonna be like so much worse. It wasn't. You was just rapping. You was enjoying the show. You wasn't like wilding. You wasn't like jumping up.
I was rapping next to my mans, but think about that. Like that same energy for that. They brought out Baby Keem, so for Family Ties. I was rapping like that for Like That. I was rapping like that for Not Like Us. I was rapping like that for Money Trees. I was rapping like that for he did a rendition of it was an Anita Baker song, but he did it to Good Kid, Mad City. That all that shit was just like a combination of things. But yeah, Euphoria, I almost passed out rapping. That's a 6-minute song. You know what I'm saying? I know all the lyrics to it. I almost passed out rapping that shit because I don't think his breath control on that, he definitely was punching in a lot of those lyrics. I don't think he can rap that whole song without like skipping a few lyrics. But Yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but overall, I really did enjoy the show. Shout out to him. I definitely think that he's rolling something out for sure because we were actually like one of the first shows to where he had like this GNX in the background under some sheets and the headlights weren't on yet, but it was just under the sheets. But now in these like more recent shows, the headlights are coming on. So I think he's doing something to where he's like aiming up to like either taking the sheet off and showing the GNX or like, and that's going to be like he releases something. But the Toronto show is coming up soon. And people are kind of speculating that some shit's going to happen on those days where like the last day of this tour, the GNX is going to come out and that might either be a deluxe coming or, you know, something is happening. But, yeah, it was a really great show. Really, really great show. It was really had a great time, and yeah, man, I hope everybody else did too while we were there. Cenat came out, which will be like the 5th time I've seen Cenat live. Tried to go to the after party. It was too packed, but apparently they had a ball there too. SZA was around. TopOfDaLyne was there. Lizzo was over there. So, you know, would have been a great time, but I wasn't rushing to trying to get in that shit at all. I probably would have got COVID if I did, but overall, great show. And
I had texted Dame because I wasn't sure what night you went on.
I heard your little joke.
You must have heard it on the last episode.
That was funny. I heard.
What would have been your reaction if you did not see Cenat?
I would have been tight. If I went on night 1 instead of night 2, I would have been livid. I would have been really tight for sure. Even though I've seen him mad times, I still would have been upset for sure. Like we definitely chose the better night of the two because I don't know who was bringing out.
And I was telling Hod, outside of that night, I didn't really see much footage of the concert. Given I wasn't necessarily looking for it, but that's the only one that kept popping up on my algorithm. Not just from people I know, news outlets, media outlets. Like I'm seeing a lot of clips coming from this one specific show.
Yeah. Before that, it was like the Cardi coming out in the Atlanta show.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, now it was Justin Bieber popping out at I don't know which show that was. I don't know.
I think it was in LA.
LA, yeah, and people were saying things about him and stuff like that. I don't know. Did I have any thoughts on him? I don't know if y'all have any because apparently
he hates his wife.
See, do we actually subscribe to that, or was he just having a good time? Because it's not the first time that he was loving up on SZA in the video.
I'm not talking about that specific clip of him and SZA.
Oh,
I'm talking about they have compilation videos of him and his wife, and this nigga not fucking with her. The ones that they made of Ben and Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
This is worse. This nigga trying to fucking close the door while she trying to get out of the car. Oh, let me see if I can find it for y'all.
Yeah, now apparently he's been, I don't know if he's dealing with something or what, but people are saying that he was basically falling out on stage. Like they're starting rumors about him, about how he might be on drugs and stuff like that. Which
because I also remember seeing that one clip. It was the Kid Leroy concert, and he was doing Stay, and Justin came out just to do his one part, and he was bent over on the railing, singing and stumbling on some of the words.
Yeah,
clearly drunk, but. Let's see.
Yeah, but people gas that shit up. They're like, yeah, he looks like he's on hard drugs and stuff like that. I don't like when they start doing that because there's clearly a through line to it, right? Once they start talking like that way about you, you suspend all disbelief about stuff and then things happen, It's really easy to be getting celebrities up out of here. But shout out to Justin, man. We loved you when you were Jamal Bieber, and I hope he makes some sort of comeback, man. I'm sure he's dealing with a lot with watching everything that's happening with the Diddy trial and stuff. We'll talk about that another day. We won't have to cover that whole entire thing, but I think later on when things come out, we'll talk more about it. But I'm sure y'all been watching that too. We definitely don't have to cover that whole thing. Shout out to Cassie dealing with that whole thing when she's, while pregnant. That's a lot. It's a whole thing to deal with. But shout out to Kid Cudi as well. I don't like his music, but his story still, matters here.
That's fucked up, bro.
What?
What they did to Kid Cudi, what he did what Kid Cudi is alleging.
Yeah.
Nigga broke into your crib, locked the dog in the fucking closet, opened up all the Christmas gifts. You know how psychotic you gotta be to not just break into a nigga house. Have the confidence that you have enough time to fucking open up all these goddamn Christmas gifts and then stay there.
He knew.
Like the confidence, it's scary. Like it's laughable, yes.
No, he's terrifying.
But it's
terrifying.
Actually terrifying.
Yeah. That last Damon, do you rap the last part of last night during karaoke? Yo, I tried to load it up earlier, but it doesn't even load up on my Spotify. I think they might have taken that shit down.
Yeah, they might take that shit off.
It probably doesn't help. All they gotta do is play that in the courtroom.
What is that? I'm
So
trying
the
to reach
only
you all
comment
night.
I have about
Shit ain't funny. Not picking up the fucking phone. Better stop fucking playing with a nigga feelings like that. You know how much I love you, right? But for them couple seconds though, when I couldn't get in touch with you, I'm ready to come over to your house and shoot that motherfucker up. Fucking dumb bitch.
Whatever,
You better not be in that fucking house when I get to. That's how it really goes down, right?
He knows. That guy knows.
Yeah, that's how it really goes down, right? The last line in the song.
Yeah. Oh,
Talking
man.
to Cuddy.
Goodness, bro. He's talking about Cuddy.
Talking to Cut directly to.
Yeah.
That's exactly how
That's
it
what
happened,
happened, right? Yeah.
I do want to give a quick shout out to Cenat, Streaming University. That shit had me entertained thoroughly. It's 3-4 days that it was going live. Shout out to that young brother, bro, giving chances to, I think, 123 streamers, some big, some small. You got to have a little bit of a mix in there, though. You can't just put a bunch of small streamers in there. Nobody would watch that shit. And it was just great to see them all engaging with one another. As somebody who did go to college, that did bring back a lot of memories for me, just popping up at other people's dorms, saying what's up, having all your friends just be in one building or one campus all together. And it was just dope to see. I definitely found, I have my set amount of streamers that I fuck with, but after that event, there's definitely a few more that I fuck with. I want to Tylil. Who else do I fuck with on there? Tota, Ray. I was confused about one thing. The timing in which DDG chooses to come outside. I understand that he's very celebrated in the streaming world, in the YouTube world. He's been around for a while, way longer than he's been doing his music. He was doing this.
He's low-key a pioneer in that shit.
Yeah,
Low-key.
I understand that, like, this is more or less like his element. But you gotta read the room. And I understand that as streamers, like, whether you're a small or a big streamer who attended the university with him, that maybe it wasn't the right time or place to necessarily, like, press him about it, because you might be outnumbered. But just very questionable, bro. Like, you have a lot of these allegations on you right now, and then you're on the campus calling girls my ball. It's just weird behavior for a father who's fighting to see his child.
But yo, you gotta understand that man is smart, bro. Like,
don't get me wrong. Yeah,
the way he's able to turn shit around, like, this is exactly the perfect thing that he can.
Now,
use.
is that weaponizing his audience though? And
oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you do. Like, if you're in this time, you're young, and you have more people that are rooting for you. You got to use it till you don't. You know what I'm saying?
you got to
Like,
build your case.
Yeah, that's all he
Like,
got.
I think he has to, at this point, stream as much as he can, just to create a case or build a case of his character. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how can I be this person that this woman claims for me to be when I'm streaming 16 out of 24 hours a day and you guys see my every day-to-day life?
Right.
I'm
My
not
alibi
just
is
here.
here.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's the one questionable thing I had about the streaming university, the involvement of DDG. But I mean, it seems like his presence was appreciated there. It was welcomed over there. And if this all turns out to be a sham, everything that's being alleged against him, that's probably a great way for him just to get away from that for a second, if it is a sham. Because I don't know.
Halle got a
believe
project
anymore,
coming
honestly.
out soon too. To be honest, so
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I mean, the DDG thing, like I just want to see it play out, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to call this one.
Yeah, I don't know how to call it. I know how it goes when it's about custody. You know, you got to make these claims and all this stuff. A lot of people, they play the lawyer games, they play the court games. I don't like that shit. But also, I would never just, hear a woman make a claim like that and just ignore it. You know what I mean? So it's got to play out. It's got to play out. I ain't gonna make no call on that. But I don't understand the streaming university thing. I'm Unc at this point.
I thought you was big bro. I thought we couldn't call you Unc, but now you can call yourself Unc.
So I think I got like a month
Less
and a half
than a
left.
month, yeah, like a month and some change.
Yeah, I got a month and a half left before I'm Unc. But yeah, right now I'm still big bro.
Word.
But the
this is
streaming
when
university thing was basically like a giant networking event, and that's why I kind of fucked with it.
but it
about.
was like who was streaming? So Kai was streaming.
Everybody was streaming. Everybody was streaming.
Yeah, so like, how do you follow that? I'm
So
mad. I'm
Twitch
mad
did this
clueless.
cool thing where they created its own category just for streaming university, and everybody who was streaming on campus, they were literally on that list.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can pretty much.
And I had to
it's
give it up to
literally-
Kai. Kai's production, his team, genius. I don't know how. First of all, I think he spent like $3 million. He got everybody a phone, everybody a Samsung phone that they could stream off of with a fucking crazy wide angle lens. He got everybody monitors to work off. He fucking rented out Akron's, what was it, University of Akron? That's fucking nuts. That's fucking
got-
insane, dog.
Everybody
I got
got
two more
paid.
credits. I can.
People got paid.
Like, I just got to finish my socials.
spent money to make. He
Yeah.
might have spent $3 million, but he probably made a lot more based on
And made a lot of money for a lot of those streamers. A lot of people
Exactly.
who weren't getting the exposure they were getting before were being able to collab with a Duke Dennis or an Agent Zero or your Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat was literally showing up in everybody's stream. And I also have to commend the way, not just
scared,
like,
man.
not just like
he
his-
getting too big.
I know, but he's doing all the right things so far. Like I'm
know.
happy he's doing all the right things. He does have some problematic friends, but
People starting their shit. That's
Yeah.
what I heard too. People already starting their shit. I'm not gonna bring it here, but people already starting their shit in terms of look like trying to put mustard on his jacket. It's starting.
yeah.
He's getting really
Yeah.
big, and he's getting away with a lot of stuff that's feeding a lot of people.
I think what I like about Kai though is that he knows how to handle situations in real time. For example, there was this girl who was getting, or she thought she was getting bullied, and she was crying on camera. Really small creator, maybe like 100-something followers or whatever, right? She got into Streaming University off of a T-Mobile contest. Ty made it out of his way to go to the girl's room, comfort her, talk to her, invite her to do a Minecraft stream with him one day, and now this girl ends up leaving with like 10,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? He does all the right things to put people in the right position. And then also, like, when shit hits the fan legitimately, he also knows how to handle that situation, too. Right after Streaming University, he went to the AMAs. I'm not sure if you guys saw this clip, but there was a gentleman, I'm not going to call him a gentleman, there was a dickhead who came up with his wife and his daughter and kind of used his daughter as a way to get in to talk to Kai. And then he bombarded him with like, hey, we love Kanye, right? We should definitely get him on your show. Kanye's a great guy with great opinions. And Kai shut that shit down right away. Like, did you just use your daughter to... No, get out of here.
I did see
Yeah,
that clip.
so
Yeah, motherfuckers
he's
be on
very
dick for the
aware.
most part.
Yeah, he's very aware. He's very... And maybe it's because he's from New York. You know what I'm saying? You're always thinking, what's the motive here? What's going on here? Always like kind of on your P's and Q's, looking over your shoulders and kind of knowing how to react in the moment. And as a young gentleman, I think he's only like 25,
24,
something like
yeah.
that, 24, 25. He's definitely got a good head on his head for sure.
Yeah, but we did this with Jonathan Majors.
Sadly, yeah, that was a lot.
I'm sorry. So I have 3 great ideas, but I can't do it myself because I'm too tapped in. The first one is one of my niggas was in jail for like 10 years. I want him to watch stuff. I'm dead ass. I want him to watch
I've told
stuff
this story before.
and just like reacts. Like just react to the MCU, my nigga. Like
Can that
let's
be your Patreon segment?
This is what I'm saying.
Jim,
Also
nigga,
on
watch
Patreon, I want to watch when Sinners drops on June 3rd on streaming. I want to watch Sinners on Patreon with Tren.
You really want me to watch
refuse
that
to watch
shit,
it?
man.
Will you do it for content?
I guess.
Let's do it. We watching Sinners. It'd be my 4th viewing. Dame, how many times have you seen it?
Only once.
Okay, so it'll be your second. So you haven't seen it in a while.
No,
It's
not
such.
since the
If
second
nothing
week.
else, like look how many think pieces came out of it. Like you are going to have an opinion. If nothing else, you're gonna have an opinion. So I want to watch it together on stream on Patreon.
You gonna owe me one.
And then
So I already expect how much I don't want to watch this shit.
look, see exactly.
So you owe me. You definitely owe me for this, man.
We're gonna
me
listen. We talked about watching our old content. Like I think we could totally do once a month a Patreon where we literally just do first time reactions to the shit that we are involved in with one another. I want y'all niggas to watch Hamilton with me on Patreon.
Oh hell no.
Hell
See?
fucking no.
Hell
This
no,
is
nigga.
the fact that y'all don't want to
Bro,
do it.
pick your
hell
favorite
no.
Hamilton
Yeah.
scenes.
Yeah, bro, yeah. You bugging the fuck out. See, you give a nigga
Bro.
an inch, he takes some. Look at this shit.
The
Look,
Patreon episodes are about as long as Hamilton anyway.
look.
Just do it.
No, fuck no. I ain't watching no fucking Hamilton, nigga. Watch that shit yourself, nigga. I'll react to Hamilton. Go on Twitch. You need a Twitch account. You should just like stream Hamilton.
Why would I
24
do that?
hours.
I've seen it
24 hour
already. This is what
Hamilton
I'm
stream.
saying. I can't do it. I'm too tapped in. And the other thing I was gonna do was starting
You're
my
losing me.
kids.
And I'm thinking about now. I'm reconsidering the Sinner shit because you brought up Hamilton.
The other thing was like introducing my kids to like old school hip hop and having them introduce me to some music that I don't listen to. Like, and I know I've seen father son, father kid do that a lot, and my kids just don't want to do the stream thing. But
And we still have we still got to review some white classics. People are
we
giving us
got to do
requests.
some white classics. Exactly.
Oh. So I have a request. My friend just had a baby, and this will be the last thing I promise. My friend just had a baby. Shout out to you, Jen. But she wanted us to react to this video or this song, and she wanted y'all to actually give like a actual reaction to it. Can we do this real quick? She just had a baby, man. Got to keep her in hot thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So would y'all do that
Sure.
real quick? All right. So
It's a real song.
it's a song. Y'all might have already seen it actually.
Do I have to paint my reaction, or does she want my real reaction to this?
She wants real reaction. She said, "I need your show to respond and react to this."
Okay.
And the caption is 70-year-old Uber driver plays her rap song for her passenger.
I have not
Oh,
seen.
I've seen this.
You seen
The
it?
white lady. Yeah, I've seen this.
All right, so I'm gonna just play it and we gonna react because it was requested by a good friend. So I'm gonna just play it. No video. We just gonna listen.
Thinking living a struggle is a flex. Capping, talking about you living in a jet. The jets ain't nothing to brag about. For real. Trying to work hard and get the fuck out. Okay. Tired of looking at all these drugs, all these people acting like they the plug.
Why she sound like Easy E?
People out here wanna be thugs. Till their ass get hit with a slug. He's on the ground laying in blood. Now he a snitch ratting on the plug. All I see is a fake ass flex. You gon' have nothing but a lot of regret. You claiming stacks, but your pocket's thin. Flexing on the gram, trying to fit in. Making it in the rap game, feeling real good. Captain Van.
Yeah. Granny going stupid. 70 years old. And
Yes,
listen.
she is.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. I don't know if y'all have ever attempted to try and make like a rap song. I mean, well, hot, obviously you have, but like, no, I feel like, no, listen. But like, I'm talking about like early on, right? Like, if you tried to like, I'm talking about if you tried to, all right, no, but actually, this still does apply to you. I don't know if you ever tried to like replicate the sound that's out right now, like the hype, like this type of music right now. That's not your style of rapping,
Right.
but I don't know if you ever tried to. And Dame, I don't know if you've ever tried to make like a song that sound like this, like with the ad-libs over this, like this type of beat and shit like
Never.
that.
Fake
But
ass.
in order to like replicate something like this, she's probably had a lot of research to do it. Even if you had a lot of research, you still don't always have like the ability to do something like this. So impressive, a little bit. Am I going to listen to her tape? Probably not. But
I give it a 17.
She get 5 stars on the ride.
I'm not mad at it. I believe that everybody has the right to tell a story, to tell their story.
No, you don't.
And give their perspective.
No, you don't.
I'm serious.
No, you did. You said, because when them 2 girls was rapping, you said, I don't give a fuck about your story.
Because there's,
don't double back.
It could be trash. I'd rather listen to 70-year-old Uber driver granny than them bitches. Like 100%.
That's peace.
You know?
That's a good gauge.
You know, so but yeah, I honestly she's rapping well. It's not like crazy, but like it's
like
impressive.
Easy. She sound like Easy.
Yeah, it's impressive. Honestly, put Boss Man D-Lo on that shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
that
shout out to Boss
crazy.
Man D-Lo.
D-Lo for sure.
Hey.
Apparently that was a lie. Apparently, but people are also saying
for sure. We
that
ain't
if he doesn't,
I can't just shout him out. What the fuck?
Nah, because you did that shit on purpose. Not putting sauce on it. You know, you ain't never come on this podcast and shout out Boss Man D-Lo. Now all of a sudden you saying shout out Boss Man D-Lo. You know what you doing, nigga. But apparently people are saying that if he don't countersue this person for allegedly lying on his name, that he actually, like, if you don't countersue for defamation.
My thing is, I got one take on this thing,
And then we gotta go, for real. Like,
and then we gotta go.
yeah.
And I'm glad it's at the end. You gonna let me get this off?
Yeah, I'm not gonna bleep nothing. We in the trenches now. It's here.
Y'all gotta stop fucking with them chatty ass twinks.
Mm-hmm.
Them specifically. It's a certain type of twink that's definitely snitching.
Yo,
Like,
they
you can't
they
always
have to remember
You can't always tell.
that at the end of the day, it's niggas.
Exactly.
They will
Niggas don't
finesse.
shut the fuck up.
They always gonna. If you lit, they want to be next to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And they hit. They definitely telling
Forget it.
somebody.
They got you over. They got that over you for the for the rest of your days.
Yeah. We So he's gotta he gotta own that one.
Work on your selection, bro.
Yeah, work on your selection, man.
Yeah,
There's some high
19 and
class.
up.
There's some high class man ass out here, bro, that you could really like, do your thing with. Cole Diddy. Well,
Hit up Dwight Howard.
yeah. The Punisher ain't say nothing until now. So, he had to face a federal subpoena before he told anything.
All right. Let's
Wiki Radio.
We could get
Wicked Radio. Who going first?
I got it.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I put my record in there.
I got everybody.
So
we good.
off of the brand new Lloyd Banks album, Big
Fire.
Queens Get the Money, Big Southside in here. AON, Despite My Mistakes, Despite My Mistakes, I think the name of the album is AON 3. This is Lloyd Banks featuring Top of the Line, Dedication.
Convertible high beams, the inspiration serving you fly dreams. The sky's green, dollars falling, drama calling. If shit goes right, they'll be on them. Fake love in the morning. All I think about is humble hard times. The one above me, all we hashtag is QGTM. Queens get the money, new designer on my bulletproof rep. Leg out the Humvee, put the hit out. I ain't made a truce yet. Jet out the country. Marble floors, the slide across. Gator standing on principles and laws that I endorse. To count me out is just foolish. You're lost, no remorse. No more treating either, taking the loss. Just the flaws, can't write stupid off. I got a special thing for gold rings, plaques. My future is bright, my aura is black. They want that old thing back. back, feeling is critical. I gotta get mine, residuals, a man of principle. 2 steps over at the pinnacle. Where's the subliminals you're tucking? Mine is more type of now, cause when you're on, you don't see nothing. I know niggas is looking down and smiling at me hustling. You see me representing for the town and back me up then and tilt your cup in. I think it's time we have a celebration for life. Tip your fucking cups of dedication. For paper, we can have a conversation. Let's get into it now, time is wasting. Where's my nomination? Time feels like it's flying when you're making money. Somebody gonna be dying trying to take it from me. Big moves right out of the basement, dummy. No matter how much you may get, just stay hungry.
No cat from the beginning. The feeling of being broke while you relaxing is like sinning. Remembering, dreaming from that project window, I found religion. You wasn't down to die to get rich, you wasn't living. Good kid going bad, it happened in a glimpse. From quarter waters to a quarter brick. Chasing them licks, speeded up my pace. Had me moving pounds and ounces like I'm insecure about my weight. Gold dripping, I was wide with no ceilings. Gold visions, inspired by dope dealing. Gotta know your limits when you're balling fast. Never buy a car unless your stash is double. Plus that lawyer bag. Used to be that corner boy on them late nights. Now that hunger for more got my bank right. Oral lenses with a city tag. Ratchet on me like a city chick. Toast to having a city lit.
I think it's time we have a celebration for life. Sip your fucking cups of dedication. For paper, we can have a conversation. Let's get into it now, time is wasting. Where's my nomination? Time feels like it's flying when you're making money. Somebody gonna be dying trying to take it from me. Big moves right out of the basement, dummy. No matter how much you may get, just stay hungry. Any gap, I had to pick up the margin. Hella come from rags to riches to starving. Drowning pressure loud and liquor menaging. Massages in 4-door garages. His and her closets, bigger deposits. Lift a lid off the projects. They raise us up to get it regardless. Bigger the drive, the bigger the charges. Minor hiccups won't harm us. The killer's always the one that's the calmest. Running your concerts, fuck up the sponsors. Tarnish what you accomplished. Monopoly wishes. The paparazzi gets us. And posse bitches. Champagne and hibachi dishes. Versace slippers, say something stupid, I'm blocking niggas. Focus on the shit you got going, can't stand the pocket lookers. This shit'll last through generations. The strongest of dope, chemical mask for ventilation. After the trauma, we'll have a toasted celebration. Cuban cigars and beautiful scars, frauds and segregation. I think it's time we have a celebration for life. Sip your fucking cups of dedication. For paper, we can have a conversation.
That's hard. I'm definitely spinning this album for sure.
Yeah. That was Lloyd Banks with Dedication featuring TL, Top of the Line. Shout out to 40 Projects. Shout out Southside. Yeah, great record, great album. Yeah, I spun it earlier this week, and I find myself going back to it. I don't know. Again, it's probably just because it's my era, but it's like I think older rappers are having a great period right now. So shout out to Banks. That was a great project.
Yep.
What's up, Dame?
I'm muted. Hold on a second.
Nah, you here?
All right, cool.
What's up?
All right, I'm playing something off the latest Uchis album from earlier this month. Sincerely, this is It's Just Us.
Chemistry, a love felt in
That was It's Just Us by Kali Uchis off her latest album, Sincerely. Make sure y'all go spin that. She just announced her tour. Make sure y'all go check her out on tour. She's dope.
Yeah, man. Rich lifestyle, lush lifestyle. You know, like I said, golden bathtub vibes for sure. I got Who Said I Was Mad by a lady named Sughn.
Who said I was mad? Who said I was mad? Who said I was mad? Yeah. And I was so cool. And I've been alone. And it's been so cool. And I never wanna see you again. And I don't need no new friends. And I just need a beginning. You say I'm in so it could make you feel better. No joke's on you, cause baby, I'm a go-getter. A trendsetter, the energy, a chain letter. Know you watch me, I'm a hot chili pepper. Yeah, look at this confidence. I did it on my own. I don't need your nonsense. Way too in the zone. Cause I'm winning, I'm not busy, so I'm bothered. No, you tripping when you see me drinking water. I be glisten, I be glisten. Who said I was mad? Who said I was mad? Who said I was mad? Yeah.
Shout out to Sughn. That was Who Said I Was Mad, little short thing. She just dropped an album. Definitely go check that out. She's one of those early finds, I think, and definitely gave her a follow. I'm finding a lot of like new artists, which I really enjoy. So check it out. Sughn, spelled Sughn. So yeah, check her out.
She spelled like daylight.
Basically, yeah. Got daylight in the sun. Yeah. Thank y'all for listening. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/because we are podcast. You are definitely gonna want to subscribe because a lot of stuff was cut from this episode. So if you want to find out, you know, if you want to see the extended cut, definitely subscribe to the Patreon. And there's a whole, of course, you'll get to see how we looking. You know, you heard our rating system. Now you get to put your on take on it and see if it's valid or not. But we love y'all. Thank y'all for coming. We'll be back
next week. Marks the beginning of June, which means that we have a certain tradition coming up. Right?
Yeah.
This year, we're doing a little bit different.
Oh boy. Okay.
I shall be the host, and we are going to be filming this next week. We're recording next week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, next week.
We on.
It's gonna be a little different. We ain't doing none of that Jeopardy shit.
All right.
We're gonna bring it home.
All right. That's fine with me, man. That's fine with me. I'm ready, bro. And yeah, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be Pride. So, you know, we got a lot of stuff going on. But shout out to us and shout out to y'all listening. Thank y'all for listening. And yeah, man, we'll catch you next week.
Wait, is that where y'all thought I was about to go with this?
I didn't know. we got a little bit.
I did. I thought it was the pause game. But okay.
We got a little bit.